On April 23rd, I went to Pinjore and recorded some videos while visiting a mosque, Hima Devi temple, and Manji Sahib Gurdwara. But I couldn't broadcast another YouTube video for about 12 days because after consuming some sour snacks during last week, I was not feeling good, and due to which I had to consume some antibiotics. Therefore, I didn't ride my bicycle for a week. I had planned some bicycle riding trips to service center because Walt's bicycle needs some replacements like hub. Earlier I had to visit my web designing client occasionally since change in location was needed in Google Maps. My business accounts, which I managed to complete during last month only. Ukraine-Russia war has reached worst stages. The private army known as Wagner is spending $100 million per month in the fight, and they are taking deliveries of weapons from North Korea, which includes rockets and missiles. But the owner of Wagner Group from Russia, Yevgeny Prigozhin, is threatening to pull out the troops from Bakhmut because he is accusing Russian military of starving the forces of ammunition and rendering them unable to fight. But during last week, a more embarrassing incident interpreted as a sign of Kremlin weakness occurred when through drones attacked the flags, and some people or commentators and journalists suspect it was staged by the Russian authorities or by the elements of security on the pretext of escalating the war situation in Ukraine. Even the newly appointed interim president of Burkina Faso, known as Ibrahim Traore, said Russia has become a key strategic ally and they are major supplier of military equipments to them in order to fight against Al Qaeda forces. Even the president of Mali is also supporting democracy as a fourth constitution from 1974 but French army had already left Malay about 1 year ago. Some of the Indian states are also facing shoot at sight orders, like the tribal situation in Manipur is very grim and curfew has been imposed. Similarly, many parts of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal are also uneasy. I will visit more tourist places in few months and try to sustain my YouTube channel as usual, but due to several problems faced by me, where a lot of corrupt Indians try to interfere in my life by forcing us to provide more and more documents as proofs and intentionally delay the procedures which should have been completed if other apply similar permissions on their own behalf for their own sake. But I am not sure what kind of revenge theories are being followed against me and my family from several decades. Earlier, I lost immense amount of revenue and assets when I had to shut down India's first environment-friendly bathroom fittings manufacturing industry, even when all the measures were taken in time and fees in the form of permissions and application charges were paid as honest cause much prior to each and every industry, whether in our own surroundings or distant places, including all the 17 industrial areas. No one had applied for any kind of orange category or green category consent during those days, and even now, after a gap of 22 years, no one bothers to follow all the environment friendly measures. Even in 2006, the DDA market or residential areas as claimed by the then surveying authorities are still being utilized as commercial establishments by the same shopkeepers and more also. But in fact, everyone is challenging these kind of illegal measures, while we were the only ones who suffered these kind of losses, and with that process is still continued. So coronavirus also increased during last month to 12,500 per day, but nowadays I think the number might have been stabilized at 7,000 only, and most of them are fake and fictitious. statistics intentionally provided by many journalists and fake news media